Hello, welcome. My name is Adam. This is the Fighting Fantasy playlist, and in today's episode, we will be digging deep into the Phantoms of Fear. Phantoms of Fear is book 28 in the Fighting Fantasy series and the fourth release from 1987. It was written by Robin Waterfield, and the cover illustrations as well as the internal illustrations were all done by Ian Miller. Now, I must say, the illustrations themselves are really good. This cover illustration is really funky looking and it's got a lot going on, and even the inside of the illustrations, they're really detailed, and they're really good as well. But I gotta say, all the illustrations do not do this book or the story of the book justice, because you know when I was young, when I was a kid, I used to look at this cover and I did not know what it is, and I still don't know what it is, because when I played it for the first time about a week ago, I died very early on, so I didn't really get a good judge of what this cover illustration is meant to mean in the story. And the title of the book, Phantoms of Fear, it really doesn't do justice for the story that it actually is. It does kind of leave you wondering. Now, I think I know what it means, and I'm going to read the inside bit, and then hopefully you might find out. But this book is a real special book, and after I read the inside, I'll explain why. Okay? Let's dig in. So it says here, a humble wood elf you may be, but it's you the gods have come to in a dream, and you have singled out to take on the might of Ishtra and his growing force of evil creatures. In a dream, you learned that at this moment, deep beneath your home at the Effin Forest, Affin, sorry, not Effin, the Affin Forest, a cruel army is being assembled by Ishtra. You must penetrate this force before its strength becomes invincible. As a demon prince, Ishtra cannot be killed by a weapon of any earthly race. Even the most magical sword of the High Elves would have no power over him. So, what effect can you, with your lesser powers, have on him? Perhaps the answer to this lies in the Wood Elves' art of dream control, governed by the facility of power which could give you certain important advantages and allow you to cast spells at vital moments in your adventure. Now, the thing that this sets this a book apart from every other book in the series is that it dips in and out of the dream state. It's kind of like the film Inception. So you'll be going along your story, and then all of a sudden you'll go to sleep, and then you will explore a new part of the book, a new part of the world that you in. I believe the book is set in Titan, even though it did say earthly just then, but I believe it is set in Titan. But you explore your dream world. Now, your dream world can help you and it can hinder you. And there is magic as well that you can use within the story. But the dream world is just a small glimpse, and then you wake up and then you continue on your adventure. And sometimes the dream world can help you, and a lot of the times it can actually hurt you. I don't believe you can die in the dream world, though. I never died in the dream world. I literally died. In fact, no, I didn't die in this. I literally just lost my place whilst reading it, and so I thought, well, I've read enough of the book now to get it. So I didn't actually die in this, but I really have enjoyed reading this, and I'm going to go back to it and explore and go through all the books in the future and complete every single one of them, and maybe do an update video for every single book on sort of how to complete or something like that. But this book is a really fun story. Okay, it's the number 28 in the series, and 28 books is a lot, and you've got to think like this is all a decision based game book, so how can you do it differently each time? And this one really does it differently. It really shows you what's possible in a book. The fact that you're in the real world and then you're in the dream world, and you have these two different states. Again, there's magic that you can use, and the magic is pretty. It's magic we haven't seen before, and it does really help you in the book. But you can't just cast it willy nilly. You have to be prompted to cast it. So there is that. But I really do recommend picking this book up, because the cover and the title do not do the story justice. I actually thought that this book, excuse me, the story was going to be something completely different to what it was, because of the title of the Phantoms of Fear, and what is this this blood. I don't even know what that image is, to be honest, but it doesn't do it justice. Pick up this book, find this book, read this book. You will love it. I'm very surprised it didn't end up in the top 10. So that's Phantoms of Fear. And next week, we will be looking into Midnight Rogue, which is a very fun and favorite of mine as well. So until then, guys, take care. Keep the questions coming in, and I'll see you next week, adventurers. Bye bye.